This video is intended purely to communicate information in accordance with the right of free speech.
Any advice given is a suggestion, and anyone seeking such advice should consult a competent professional.
All statements made in this video are my own honest opinion, and they do not represent any other person or body. As such, sharing matters covered in this video is in public interest.
Hi, fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. Can you see look at that little face? See? I was just about to call him Fifi. Murphy! Murphy! Hey! Got Minnie down here. Hello! Okay, so today, if any of my students are watching this video, stop it! It was like very embarrassing because I had a supervision and the boys who were mucking around, we get along well, and there's issues. There's issues at school, at work, but yeah, no, generally good kids, and they were listening to the Hawk Tour Girls podcast. Anyway, she's getting a bag. I've heard she's a trumper, so I'm like, anyway, use your influence for good, Like I hated seeing her on the Bill Maher show because he's a creep. Anyway, so they were watching that, and then one of them, like some of them knew I had a YouTube account, and then they started watching my video, and I'm like, no, it's so cringe. I've never been in the same room as someone else watching it. I watch my own videos, like I will admit to that, all right, but someone else watching my video when I'm in the room and I can hear my voice coming, I'm like, no, please, no, because I said it was like when my mum told me that she would, like she would talk about my videos, and I'm like, it's okay if you consume them. I just don't want to hear about it, okay? Anyway, hey boys, stop watching my videos, you weirdos. Yeah, so we are here. Look, it is going to be a bit of a male-centric video. We've got some new kids on the block in Enagic, unfortunately. Goddamn, why can't they just stop? So, look, we're gonna get mask here, okay? Get your mask on, because this is for the boys. This is for the shirtless guys. Yup, beefy, Look at me with my shirt off. I'm not going to take my shirt off. Okay, but these dudes, love it. I had known, so there's a couple at the top. There's one guy called Brody Nitro. Don't make me say that again. That makes me want to vom. And then there's this other guy, Jordan Potts. Now, these guys are using this alpha male bro support squad that Clint X Morgan kind of does. They have their camp up in their property or whatever, and they do like men's group shit. And yeah, there's another group called, it just makes me sad, the Legacy Brotherhood. It's just like existential staring. Anyway, they are using alpha male bullshit to recruit for their fucking pyramid scheme. And I think it's really disgusting. It's immoral. And I think that they're going to do damage because these people are claiming to be like these shaman, and there's cultural appropriation. What are you doing, Minnie? I'm not talking to you. Minnie's like, you can't see it. She's prego for sure. Minnie, what are you doing? She's been weird lately. Yeah, so P.S. I did go to Brisbane on the weekend, which is like the capital city of my state, and went to the March for Palestine. It was excellent. I'm really proud that I added my voice to the crowd. It was huge, actually. I'll put some pictures up if I remember. And I think my picture might have been in the state paper. I don't know because it's behind a paywall. But I found the picture, so I don't know if I was in the actual newspaper. But it was important to go. I feel like my role as like as a history teacher and having so much sort of fascination with World War II and, going overseas to sort of like look at it and study, why did this happen? How did this happen? Why did this happen? And fucking happened in my lifetime, like right under our noses, and it's still happening. And the fact that we have seen a man burning alive in a hospital bed connected to a drip in a makeshift hospital of tents that were deliberately bombed, and people don't want to call it a genocide. History will be judging us, and I hope that my government will stop funding it because fucking disgusting. Anyway, let's look at Minnie. She's like grooming, except they're both kind of like sitting off. I don't know what that's happening. Minnie and Murphy are besties. That's because I forced them together, and Murphy just annoys the shit out of her. But she is having his babies, so it's fine. I think they should be due in about 2 weeks' time. So she doesn't look too big. I think she's probably only going to have 2 or 3. All right. So who are we up to? We've got Brody Nitro. He's not like, I don't think he's in this one. We've got Jordan Potts, okay, and his handle on Instagram is Conscious Carnivore. We've got some carnivore diet people, all right, and Conscious Carnivore. They were having a dinner and they were celebrating something. I think he's made it to 6A, which actually doesn't mean anything. Like, it's not the best rank or anything like that. Even, like, I was expecting in that Kylie update to see that she's made Legacy, and she fucking hasn't. Still, we would know about it because they cannot shut up about it when people make ranks. So then I found this other dude, and his username is, I don't want to say it. It's just so cringe. These men, they're so cringe. It's Resilience Sensei. And he's spelt resilience with a Z instead of an S. Anyway, so they have this Legacy Brotherhood thing. This resilience dude, his name's Mitch, and what does he have on his bio? Says, from looking down the barrel of a shotgun to now living a healthy freedom life, I help men take massive action, follow not to miss anything. And then it takes you to his Facebook profile. I will show you that profile, the Instagram profile anyway. Look at his sign on here. And then here. So everything really is about being like supporting men and being manly. And I'm going to have this men's group. But what is it about? What's the first thing that's pinned? Money. Right? And I'll show you this reel. It's only 26 seconds. Hey, don't chew that. Don't chew the things. Thank you. It's for Palestine. They've lost enough. Don't take the ribbon. God, I'm morbid jokes tonight. Jesus. Can't laugh, I'll cry. Keep in mind, this is for an MLM.
This is incredible because there's so many men here that are absolutely screaming for a supporting community like this. But where do you find it? You don't find it at the pub. The footy team ain't doing it because the culture's all wrong. You're not going to find it anywhere. You've got it right here. We actually have dialed everything in. Health, wealth and purpose, fully in alignment, all the way up, fully G'd up. Let's go.
God, I hope I can get rid of that music underneath. You chose that music? Money is for nothing and checks for free? Okay. So the caption, this is the caption that goes with that video. If you've ever wanted to be a part of the most epic men's community in Australia, this is a supportive environment that has high standards for healthy. Does it have healthy, like, standards for spelling and grammar? Because you don't need that capital H, dickhead. Healthy masculinity, encouraging men to become stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally. This environment teaches men to create lucrative income streams through thriving online business in an already proven money-making model so that men can come home to their families. Best of all, men get to live exciting lives of purpose on purpose. It's not for everybody. Yeah? R apostrophe is not for everybody. It's only for the ambitious man who wants to become his best. So he's cucking you. You're going to be a cuck. Because if you're not an ambitious man who wants to become his best, you're a cuck. You know? So it's not for everybody. It apostrophe S is not. This is for Enagic. This is Kangen. I am thoroughly disgusted by this. Resilience sensei. The fuck is your qualification to be a resilience sensei? It's not chin-ups, which he does a lot of. A lot of arm strength exercises is Mitch, right? There's also this. The real food pyramid. In 2017, there's red flags, okay? Are you ready for the red flags here, everybody? Red flags, okay? In 2017, I went to a Prove It ketone seminar in Boca Raton, Florida. A little bit of a red flag, I don't know. At the seminar, many scientists spoke on stage. Red flag. I need a fucking flag, like, come on. Okay. I don't have a red flag. This is better, all right? One of the scientists said that the food pyramid was created out of theory, not practicality. Source. He also said the food pyramid was created by a marine biologist named Ansel Keys. So? Okay. Like, what the fuck? How does this prove your point? And he also said that the food pyramid was upside down. Don't shoot the messenger. What? Been confusing. Is it goat's milk? I'm trying to see if it's raw milk. That's what I'm looking for, really. Okay. I'll have to hit Erin up, see if she knows this dude, because she would have been there. She was still in then. By the way, support the gays. I just threw that down, like, ooh, get away. Like I said, I think it's really disgusting that this man is... Oh, the reason why I say that is, guess he was on a carnivore diet and died of cancer. I was trying to remember what cancer it is. Colon cancer? Did she have colon cancer? I think it was colon cancer. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cancer. Jesse Lee Wood died of cancer. Did the woo-woo treatments, didn't work, and was eating a strictly carnivore diet for a couple of years. So it's not good. Okay. So that led me to... all of this led me to an opportunity call, which is Mitch's, and it features another guy called David O'Neiggs. Have I done? Yes, I covered David O'Neiggs in a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago now. It's been a while since I actually looked at Enagic, and I should have been looking more closely because they are up to shenanigans. However, I think that it does look like the market is getting saturated because Clint released a PDF. So did Christy? A PDF. A PDF they released. Okay. Oh, I know this guy. I know the guy who's at the head of this one. So this does seem to feature a few of the more major players in the Enagics. This is an offshoot. I think I've heard them talk about Christy. So I've watched videos before with Dan. I like that he's bloked it up a bit there. Look, there's David O'Neiggs. That's the resilience sensei. Yeah. It hurts my soul to say it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, and that's Jordan Potts. He's the fresh dude who's going places. Yeah, I just hate this whole thing because they're just... This is exactly what they do to the women. They're in a vulnerable place. They take advantage of what they need, and they get from these men through their workshops what their weakness... Oh, it sounds like somebody was screaming there. What their weaknesses are, what their fears are, what their vulnerabilities are, and then they exploit them to become a part of their pyramid scheme, and then they make money off them. Disgusting. Very, very disgusting. I'm going to move myself. And I'm going to be at the meeting, okay? I'm going to be one of the boys. I was a little bit of a pick-me when I was younger. So I'm embarrassed to say that, but I was. I wasn't a girl's girl, but I'm a girl's girl now. All right, okay. What time? I'm probably gonna have dinner soon, but I'll watch a little bit of this. The dogs have not been eating, so they're getting just bickies tonight, like dry biscuits, and then so they can work up a hunger.
Alrighty, fellas, we're pouring in. Woo, look at the lads. Here we go. Let me just get this full screen up. Gentlemen, incredible to see you all. Look at all the faces. Look at this. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. This like fake macho bullshit. You're in an MLM. This is like you're not tough, like cooler, because you're all like macho. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, mate, this is energy. Very good. Right, fellas, just before I kick off, because I know there's going to be a few jumping in, can you just drop your hometown in the chat? I just want to see where we're at. So where you're from. And Dano, I feel these out. I'm just going to mute whoever that is.
Epic. So we've got Mount Coolum, we've got Pottsville, we've got Caloundra, Team Noosa, Terrigal, New South Wales, Wollongong. That's where I'm from, the Gong. So
Yeah.
epic. Gympie, Sydney, Bridging Beach, Verridale, Burpengary, Maroochydore, Long Jetty, Central Coast.
Americans watching this. No, Australian towns are not a joke. Okay, that's the name of them. There are some funny names in there, I know. But also, fuck these guys. Thank you.
Caloundra, Kawana, Redlands. Epic.
I've seen this guy on calls before. Like he's got the hat to be butch. You know, like he's just a general middle-aged man in a fucking MLM. He's not Alpha Brew, you know?
Marumba Downs. Perfect.
Is it? Is it perfect?
It's a good spread. Very.
Bitch, look at him. Look at my lats, boys. Look at them lats. I got the lats. Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just lounging just resting on my chair. Mm-hmm. Real natural. Fuck off.
A good spread of men, right?
Is there a spread of men? I think we need the vaccine now. This dude, David O'Neig's, he is a mega conspiracy nut, very anti-vaccine. So, if we can have a vaccine against the spread of this, I'm in. Okay?
We got two others just joining. So I'm going to get started, fellas.
Let me scratch my head.
All right, first of all,
Scratch my head.
thanks for everyone for jumping on. This is like proper epic. I don't know if you can sense the energy in my voice, but I'm G'd up. I'm proper G'd up.
No, I can't sense the fucking energy in your voice. It sounds the same as all of your other videos. Like I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, like just the stuff that I've seen on social media. I'm fully G'd up. This is very Aussie, okay, people? You're getting a view in, all right? I don't think we've seen much of the Australian men. Minnie! Stop it. Oh, can you see her pretty belly? Hang on. I'll go back there. Can you see her pretty belly? You can kind of see it. See? She got some babies in there. She got some milk coming in. All right. Just chill out, will you? Have a snooze. Had to put the lead on Miss Frida there because she keeps running away. All right, let's keep going. I'm sorry. The dogs are way more entertaining than these idiots. I feel like I'm going to be a bit spicy. Oh. Couldn't think of better video to watch being spicy.
G'd up for what we have here, and I'm proper excited for the opportunity that every single man has in this day and age to actually create what he wants. Like it's out of control if you can actually wrap your head around the potential of what we're dealing here with online business.
Really? If you can like wrap your mind around it, sell things, get money, get people to join your team. Whoa, it's fucking crazy. I can't wrap my mind around it, Jordan. Yeah, you just have to give up all your morals. That's all. And you do that. And it's funny because you're saying this opportunity, da-da-da-da. Yeah, white man and cis het. I'm making an assumption of cis het because he's married with children. Okay. You have lots of opportunities. It's the world is made for you. So yeah.
And what we're dealing here with your ability to get yourself out of the rat race and create freedom.
Oh fuck me. It's not even original. This is Kylie's line. Get out of the rat race.
Like, it is insane once you wrap your head around it. Right?
It's not complicated, dickhead. It's not insane. It's very fucking simple. Like, that's why anyone can do it. That's why very stupid people can be successful at this. Because it's simple and you just have to repeat everything. And then maybe you have to be stupid enough not to care about how you're ripping people off, you know?
But now, I'm a very simple man. Okay, so we're going to keep things.
Yeah. Yup. Yeah. That's exactly what I just ranted about. I'm sorry I'm stopping it so much, but like, fuck. It's just so annoying. Because I don't know. I know this person, this type of person, you know?
Very simple tonight. We're not going to go sciencey. We're not going to go deep into facts and everything like that. We're going to keep it strictly to the basics and strictly to how you, as a man, can take control, grab the bull by the horns, and actually make something of yourself. Right? If you want the finer...
Because if you don't do it, you'll be no one. Right? So that's great. We're starting with the manipulation nice and early on here. Now this dude in the middle here, why bother having your camera on? Unless he's like, you know, got a kink and he's doing something sort of half in the dark there. Shut up, Tish.
If you want to go hardcore into it, we can help you with that. But right now, with where we're at in men's mental health, men don't need more information. They need pure opportunity and then massive action.
I'm sorry, did you just mention men's mental health when you're pitching a business opportunity that's an MLM? Fuck you. Like, that's disgusting. Do you know what? So where I work, there is a teacher and he's lived in the area forever, like traveled around and been overseas and stuff. And he knows people, farmers, okay? Spoiler alert. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about suicide, okay? And this is not a solo thing. There have been people who have been bankrupt, they've lost the farm, they have had no money, and they have committed suicide because of that, okay? Because they have felt like a failure to their families and, you know, they can't live with themselves. This is a real thing. It's a real problem. And I do believe that the highest suicide rates in Australia are men of a certain age. And I think it's around about this age group, okay? So the fact that he's going to come in here and talk about mental health while trying to pitch you a scam, fucking disgusting and irresponsible. Like, I think I have to get in touch with my ABC reporter friend because this is unconscionable. Women don't commit suicide for, usually money is not an issue for women who commit suicide. Men, it's different. And that's why it's a lot more serious.
Okay, so I think if you can wrap your head around that, is like what we have here is we have a golden vehicle for you to learn how to drive, for you to take it all the way to the top. And it just depends on whether you've got enough balls to take control of your own life or whether you're just going to keep running the same broken record and hope for something to change in the future. Okay, now I'm going to bring a bit of energy here. We're going to bring positivity. We're going to bring some seriousness. I'm going to bring a little bit of reality as well. But do know that the frequency of this, the energy in this is such a high vibration when we're talking about health, when we're talking about wealth, and we're actually talking about the purpose that so many men lack.
I'm going to bring this high energy because we're talking about health. Yeah? Because you haven't, like, how are you going to do that? Because your voice has been the same. You've had the same pitch, pace. Because that's generally how I judge if somebody's got energy. How do people know that I'm pissed off about this? Well, I've been ranting and I've been changing my tone and volume. Yeah? Bit of a difference, but it's just, this is manipulation too. Because it's confirmation bias. People are going to say, energy's off the charts, such good energy, such good energy in the call tonight. So then you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go. I want to fit in with these people. And you can talk yourself into it. Absolutely. You know?
All right. So first of all, I just want to introduce Dan. We've got Dan Bisker here. He's my mentor in here. One of the best in the business in Australia. He's got incredible wealth of knowledge behind him. He's got an insane amount of energy, like mid-50s, and the bloke he's putting 20-year-olds to test. He's a true testament to health, and what he's created for himself is absolutely phenomenal. So Dan's going to talk a bit later about that. And then also I've got Baze on here as well, who I've linked arms personally to take this on and to help other men truly set themselves free. Baze is younger than me. He's 28. He actually came and mentored with me when I owned a gym on the Sunshine Coast, Exalto. We spent some time together. I really appreciated the...
Did you own a gym? What happened to it? Because that's a brick and mortar business. He'll probably tell us about it. But I bet you COVID. And I bet you didn't want to go with the COVID restrictions, all right? Also, that's a healthy way of living, That's a way of earning money. Why don't you stick with that? Curious.
insights and his perspective on life, even from a younger guy. And so I was instantly drawn to the way he thinks about the world. And, synchronicities, however you want to go into it, we've ended up linking up a couple of years later to create this opportunity for men. And we're super...
Isn't that just such a coincidence that they were colleagues or whatever, like a while back, and then lo and behold, you link back up later, 2 years later, just by chance? Because he was probably one of like 500 you messaged on Facebook to join you, and he said yes. Yeah. Wow, synchronicity.
Pumped about it. So first of all, as men, you can get very in your head. And I can appreciate that you're probably already in your head about this. Your thoughts are going wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a big breath. Unless you're driving a vehicle, do not do this. All right, if you're just sitting there, which most of you are, I invite you to do this with me. Don't sit on the sidelines and watch from the side. Actually do this with me and experience it, okay? Because so many men are disconnected from their guts and we're all caught up in our head.
Yeah, so many men are disconnected. And he's going to do this so that he can pretend to have a bond with you, and you're going to feel connected to him, so then he can way more easily manipulate you. Good job, Ben.
So what I need you to do first is to actually take control of your physiology, up on the mind, and actually get into your heart space, which is...
Take control of your mind. Yep. And he used the word heart space, which makes me think of yoga, and I have done yoga teacher training. And there are male yoga teachers, and like the yoga place where I did my training, like the guy, he was the main yoga instructor. So, and he did power yoga, but it wasn't like this,
Your feeling and into your gut, which is your intuition. If you can start leading into more of life with your gut and your heart, you're going to do good things, great things.
Yeah, because what the mind does, it talks you out of buying this Kangen water machine. So you need to get the mind out of there, okay? But what do you do, Jordan, when someone has a gut feeling that they are getting scammed? That'd be interesting to know the answer to, but I'm probably not going to get it.
But if you stay up in your head, you're going to constantly be spinning wheels on slippery surfaces. All right, so all together, I want you to just breathe out with me. All together, breathe out. Breathe all the way in and hold your breath. Hold your breath. Hold it. Tense your abs a little bit. Tense your arms. Feel the strength in your body. And now relax the breath.
They all did that the same. Some of them, they did it big like... How did they know to do that? It's a little bit culty, don't you think?
Go again. Big breath in. Hold your breath. Feel the strength in your body. There is so much strength in every cell of your being that we're not accessing. Let it go. Last one. Big, strong breath. And hold. Ask yourself, are you truly happy with where you're at right now?
Manipulation.
Let it go.
Manipulative. So manipulative.
I want you to sit with that question for just a moment.
Oh, damn. Our pipes
Are you fully content and happy with where you're at as a man?
Gross.
Is there any unfinished business within you, or is there potential that's not being tapped into? Are you caught up, running the rat race, spinning wheels, keeping up with the Joneses?
Yeah, you got any more cliches for us there? Because that's what this sounds like. Cliche after cliche after cliche. Because he's trying to get you to think about how you're a failure, and he's going to make you a success with his water machine.
Doing what you need to do to pay the bills and be the, you know, society's projection of what a man should do.
I'll tell you what a man does, all right? What a real man does. A real man doesn't scam people. That's what a real man does.
And when it comes down to it, are you actually stoked about how you're turning up? Or do you have this like pull inside that's screaming at you saying, brother, fucking step up and make something of yourself. Like have a crack at this life.
Which is possible without joining a multi-level marketing company. Like,
You know, if you're in your 30s, you're a third of the way through your life already. It's going to go like that. If you're in your 40s or your 50s, you're halfway through. Now, if you're beyond that, you've only got one more third to have a crack. And time flies, brothers. Time's flying. It's absolutely flying. So what I invite you to do is take this call as a reflection of where you're at right now. And are you courageous enough to change it, or are you just going to continue to choose it?
so are you weak? If you don't change it, you're weak. That's what he's trying to say. Again, this is manipulation. Like, he's trying to tell you that you're going to be considered weak. That, okay? Strong men say no to this shit. All right? A weak man just goes along with it. And a weaker man is in charge of it.
All right, so leading a little bit into my story, and I'm going to do the elevator pitch here. This is going to be an accelerated version. My name is Jordan.
Also, he said, there's so much energy in this. I really am going to bring the energy on this one tonight. Da, 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 da. Like, kept talking like that. Again, he hasn't changed his pitch, tone, or volume. It's the same thing, dude.
Pots, if any of you guys have just jumped on and you don't actually know who I am, I'm a young, proud father, 30 years old, one child who's 2.5. Another one is literally weeks away. Beautiful partner, beautiful family man, like so proud of my family. They mean the absolute most to me. Like spending time with my son is the most incredible thing I've ever experienced. For anyone who has kids, you know what I'm talking about. For anyone who doesn't yet, you've got it all ahead of you.
Yet. I'm not having any kids. Some people don't have kids. You don't have to.
The decisions I've made in the last 10 years have been some of the most powerful decisions that I've made. I honestly couldn't have.
Really? The decisions that you've made in the past 10 years from ages 20 to 30 have been powerful? So you didn't make a whole lot of big decisions at the age of 7? Like, obviously, that's when powerful decisions came. Your brain doesn't actually develop until you're 25, dickhead. Oh my God. Like, this is so pseudo-motivational. This is meant to be like, oh, it's such an inspiration. No. It's bullshit. Sorry, I'm so like angry and spicy at the same time. These people would call me fat to my face and then like hope I die, of heart attacks. No, they probably wouldn't hope I die, but they would think I was fat.
Ever imagined myself in this position. So I came from running amok in my teens and my 20s, drugs, alcohol, shit food, destroying myself, destroying my health. I nearly died at 23, had an incident at Splinter in the Grass when I was dosed up on a heap of party pills and ended up in a 3-day coma. Woke up out of the coma and realised that I really wasn't living my best life. So I recap.
Oh man, I know this guy for sure. Always like the festival party guy. Damn. And now he's selling Kangen? Oh. God.
Celebrated myself. I went hardcore into health. I learned how to fix my body, my injuries, my inflammation, my gut health.
How? How did you learn to do that? Did you work with a doctor? Endocrinologist? No, they do hormones. Like a gut... What is it? There is some name for it. I can't remember it. A gut health. Yeah. Because it sounds a bit woo-woo, and I bet it is.
I went on a massive journey to actually become a healthy individual. And that led me to open a gym because I was super passionate about training and...
Yeah, but like, what do you define as healthy? That's the thing. So there's different definitions of healthy.
Fitness and stuff, and I actually thought I'm going to open a gym, and I built an incredible community over 5 years. Massive gym down in Kawana, had heaps of fun, beautiful community, awesome results. And then my son was born, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to be attached to this thing where I can't travel, and I'm not there for when my son wakes up in the morning. And I was driving to work. I was literally depressed. I was depressed. I was driving to work. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I was driving to work screaming at the wheel, like, fuck, how the fuck am I in this position? Like, I've built this community, I've built this epic thing, but every time I'm driving to work, I want to be with my son.
It's your fucking gym, dude. Take him with you. What are you talking about? Change your hours. Like, get it. Like, this is ridiculous. You own the gym. Get someone else to do the mornings. Like, what are you talking about? This is so bizarre. If you own the gym, why aren't there conditions for you to do what you want to do?
There's a deep-rooted trauma in me because my dad was always away from when he was working when we were kids. The only time I got to spend with my dad was on the weekends. And as a young kid, I was stinging for the weekend every single day. I couldn't wait. And I barely saw him at night. He'd get home at like 8 o'clock at night, and he was gone at 6 o'clock in the morning, so we barely saw him. And I'd get to the weekend, and it was just the best time ever. I just get to hang with my best mate. I just get to, he was my idol. He was my hero. We surfed, we played soccer, we did everything together. But I only got a couple of days with him a week, and I could see he was hurting. Mum and Dad started blueing a lot.
Yeah, imagine people who do not even have that. How sad for you. I'm so sad for this life you're describing that has you surfing and playing soccer on the weekends.
Financial problems, ended up splitting, and then the family just disintegrated. So I had this trauma in me of like, I'm driving to work, and I know my son's waking up, and he's going to get used to me not being around. And
Yeah, okay, but like, he's a baby and will not remember this. And also, you will be there. Like, what the fuck? This is so bizarre. You're not estranged. This, I don't know. It seems like, it's like, I don't know, trauma trolling. Like, like trying to talk up the trauma to make it seem like worse than it is. I don't know. And he could have depression, absolutely. And I know, as somebody with major depressive disorder, that's it's no joke. It doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to feel like shit. That's not what he's describing.
time, I was seeing people fucking drop shipping, making millions of dollars, and doing e-com stores and making a clothing brand and all this, and talking about online business and traveling to Bali and doing all these things, and being able to work from their laptop and talking about time freedom. And I'm like, I've built this community and I'm a slave to it. I'm a slave to this business.
Yeah, unfortunate. Wow, sounds really terrible to have been successful at the business that you wanted to do. Yeah, I'm finding it really hard to place my sympathy for that terrible thing that you wanted and had happen. Okay? It just sounds like you want to be rich. Just sounds like that.
Up every day, I've got to open the shed door, I've got to do this, I've got to manage staff and pay 100 grand in rent and do all this stuff. Like, I'm like, what have I actually set up for myself here? I'm a slave to my own business. And so
lots of people do that, right? Because they that's what they want. That's what they love doing. And yeah, that's owning a business, like a legitimate business, because an MLM is not a legitimate business. Yeah. So you're telling us you wanted to be a scammer. Love it. Love that.
I made the hard decision of like, well, actually, Nicola said to me, she's like, you need to do something. You're depressed. What are you going to do? You're literally depressed. You're shitting the beer around. You come home, you're in a foul mood. You hate going back to work. And I'm like,
yeah. It really sounds like you were getting that quality time with your family.
I don't know, babe. I've created this incredible gym and this epic community, but my heart's not in it.
Sounds like that was shit. Then if you didn't want to be with them,
anymore. My heart's with you guys. I want to be at home with you. And she's like, well, do what you need to do. What do you need to do? So we decided to sell the gym. And
Good.
That was one of the toughest decisions I've made in a long time. So I sold the gym, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go online. I'm just going to learn this game. I'm going to learn how to go in.
I'm going to go online, he says. I'm going to go online. Right. So, in other words, I'm going to be a scammer, right? So I wonder if he had somebody talking in his ear about this. Because he already said, oh, I saw these people who were doing stuff from their laptops, not a slave to where they are and so on. Because I'm willing to bet that although you are actually physically with your family, I bet you're working more now than you did before. Like the hours, you know? And when you had the gym, when you're working at the gym, when you're physically at the gym, that's when you were working. And when you went home, you weren't working anymore. That was your time off. And now you don't get that because you have to work all the time in this business. So I bet you that's real fun for everybody. So you get what you want being around all the time, and everybody just has to deal with you no matter what. Because I gotta say that with a lot of men who want to be around their partners all the time without any sort of like separation and that sort of thing, that can be just a little minor red flag. If it gets worse where they can't do anything without you, that's a big red flag, you know? I need to eat dinner soon.
Online business and be able to travel and work from a laptop, and I'm just going to do what it takes, right? So we sold the gym, we moved to Bali, trying to make the dream work.
What the fuck? Why would you move to Bali? Why would you move there? It's a holiday place. Like, weird.
I put 50 grand into a lot of different opportunities. I blew 20 grand on dropshipping.
He's going to have lost money on crypto. I bet.
I put 10 grand into a clothing brand. I put a lot of money into crypto, which will pay off in the long run, but played around with NFTs, got burnt on that, tried to learn trading, smoked probably 7 grand in my trading ventures. Just sinking money left, right, and center, trying to
Sounds really dumb. Sounds like you're not a very good business person.
find an online business. I'm like, it's possible. And I was even in a mentorship with a dropshipping girl. I saw people popping off and doing this and that, but I was testing all these products and driving $1,000 into this product. And, I was like, it's got to work. Anyway, it didn't. I started burning through cash.
Yeah, and it sounds like you weren't really passionate about it either. Like, whereas with the gym, you are passionate about that. So bizarre. Like, you're spending all the time with the family, but I bet you, again, he was working all the time, I bet.
And Nicola said to me a few months into Bali, she's like, what are you doing? You're burning through cash. You haven't made a profit. Like, we're gonna, it's not working. What's the go? You said you were going to make this online thing work. And so I was like, fuck, all right, maybe the online thing doesn't work, Maybe it's a bit of a hoax,
It is. Fucking scam, mate. You're the scammer now. Just because you're making money doesn't mean it's not a scam. This is my most famous quote. Just means the scam's working for you if you're actually making money. If you are actually making money.
There's not many people that actually make it. And so I went back to coaching because that's my bread and butter. Actually, it's not my bread, it's my butter, if you guys know me. I don't eat much bread. And I started coaching again. I launched a company called Legacy Dads back end of last year, and I was coaching men in business.
What the fuck were you coaching men in business for? You just described all of your failures. How were you coaching men in business? What the fuck?
To reclaim their health, fathers, so they could be healthier fathers. I rallied that up, scaled that up to 6 figures in 4 months, made 100 grand in 4 months, basically all profit because there's no overheads online, there's no facility to rent. I made good money in a short few months, and I was blown away. I was like, fuck, I've made it. I've done it. Here we go. I created a business. And then I'm talking to all these guys, and they're healthy and they're happier, but they're going to work every day, missing out on their kids. A lot of these guys were like looking at me going, bro, you fucking hang out with Indy all the time. Like, I see what you're doing with your son, you're teaching, you're playing, you're cruising around. It's so epic. Like, what's the go? And I said to him, I don't have an option for you. I'm a health coach. This is what I'm doing. I'm online. I'm coaching. I know I can transfer value when it comes to health.
I am very suspicious. Like, you're just a random coach.
Anyway, it started ticking at me, and I found myself thinking, like, I've got to find an option for guys. I can make good money out of health. I know I can do that now. But is that my heart's calling? Is that my true purpose? Or is there something deeper within me? And when I ask myself the question, my deepest purpose is actually being a present father. And if I can help other men get around their families more and have the ability to travel and to bring their kids up and raise their kids on their values and not have the system program them and have financial freedom and location.
What the fuck are you talking about? What system? Because I can tell you, in the education system, I just want to teach them drama. There's nothing more to it.
Financial freedom through online ventures that doesn't require them to go and put 40 to 60 hours a week away from their family. That started hitting me right in the heart, like bang on in the heart. And I thought, fuck, I need to find a way to help these, because I've done it. I know it's possible. I know there's other people out there that can go online. That's what I'm putting my heart and soul into. And I've got a savage mindset. Once I put my mind to something, I'm doing it. And I just thought, I'm shifting here. I'm going to call in something. I'm just going to find a way to make this work. And
You found a scam? Like, that's what you did? And tell me this is not different to when I'm going to try something a little bit different. Tell me this is not different to when a woman says, it was on my heart, like this was on my heart,
it's so interesting how the universe works when you actually put something out there.
It is.
And you go at it with your all, how it starts conspiring for you. And, I was fortunate enough to link up with Dan and Bays, and they showed me this opportunity. I was looking at Enagic. I'd been looking at Enagic and this business for a long time. Since 2018 was the first time I was showed it. It didn't land for me back then.
He's even got the right lingo, land. Let's see where this lands for you.
But it's landed now. And I see the potential in this vehicle, and I've seen people make a lot of money out of it. And people that don't even care about health and don't even care about community and don't even care about all kinds of shit. They're just using this model to access wealth.
Yeah. That's it. You're almost there, Jordan. Because that's what it's fucking about.
And I saw this and I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but something just felt so right about it. Like so right. Like I lit up when I saw Bays and I knew who was doing it. I said, bro, come to mine and we're going to eat some steak and we're going to do some dips. And so we hung up the rings, we hit some dips, and we started talking about the potential.
We're going to do some dips and eat some steak. I just can't deal with the macho bullshit. This is a scam. And how did this man, I'm just very suspicious, okay? Because he's sold his gym. He's gone to Bali. He's in crypto, NFTs, drop shipping, and then earning 100 grand in 4 months from health coaching. I don't know. From Bali? Okay. Is it cheap to live over there? I don't know. All right. I'm going to take a pause and go and get some dinner. Dogs aren't having dinner because they have not been eating. Sorry. No, they're just having bickies, sorry, like dry biscuits. So they get their appetite back. Look at my new ring. This is like Turd Girls. I've been wanting one of these ones forever. And Turd Girl, because she's got beautiful, luscious lips. Hers is always on the side because her lips, brush it. I can do that. And it does sort of go like that, and you have to straighten it up. But, yeah, I like it. Although I've got some other ones as well that I got on the weekend. Okay, I'll be back soon. Ooh, she's back. I'm not eating yet because the pie has to cool. Anyway, we'll keep going. Shall we?
Of what we've got here. And 2 hours later, when we're talking men's community, we're talking health, wealth generation, support, brotherhood, camaraderie, accountability,
Scamming, using all those things.
high standards of living. These calls like this, where other men are connecting and realizing that there's more options. And then we're talking about the longer term vision. What happens to the family when the father isn't away at work 80% of their life? What does that relationship look like with the kids? What does that relationship look like with the wife? What level do the bonds go to in a family when the dad is present and stress-free from financial stresses and having to sacrifice all of his time to a job, and then he comes home tired and worn out? Guys, our dollar has been...
Hang on. I'm not watching.
absolutely decimated. The reason it worked better for the previous generations is because the dollar was stronger.
That's not really how economics works. Anyway, thanks for this economic expert. So if these millionaires, the ones who are making money, have investment houses, you're part of the fucking problem. Also, yeah, we do have examples of people who were there the whole time with their families, right? People who are unemployed, they spend a lot of time with their family. People in poverty, a lot of time with the family. Alternatively, very rich people spend all they don't have to work. And guess I'm not seeing a lot of like the positives there being constantly together. You know? Yeah, you don't have to stress about money. But like it's just that I don't know, is your only like how do you contribute to society? Like if you're just a parent, what else do you have to give to the world? Because if everybody was like this, we wouldn't have art, we wouldn't have buildings. You know, like to have a functioning society, you know, a progressive society at the moment, you know, a bit fucked up with where our progress is leading, especially in late stage capitalism. However, it all serves a function. And if none of us are working, right, it's not a society, you know? Like, it's just,
Inflation, cost of living, COVID, the decimation of the middle class, small businesses, all of this stuff is
guess what kills small business? MLMs, motherfucker.
ruining people's lives because the dollar is, you go to work for $1 now, it's five times less valuable than it was 3 years ago. The wages haven't changed. The cost of living has gone up 3 to 5x.
Wages have changed. Speak for yourself. We actually had a cost of living allowance clause in our enterprise bargaining agreement, right? It said cost of living went up, we would get a bonus. So
you're now working for less money, putting in the same effort. And you
nice work. This dickhead is now using fear. So it's all this like gonna make you feel guilty for being away from your family, even though some people don't mind being away from their family and they still have very fun relationships. Parents who work can still be present, and it's fucked up when you insinuate that they aren't. That's not fair. And also, you're doing it to fucking scam them into your water fucking cult. That's bullshit. The manipulation is off the scales.
don't know it. It's just been the rug's just being pulled over your eyes and they just run all the numbers and they say, oh, this is why this and this. But at the end of the day, everything's costing more and you're not getting paid more.
What are you talking about? The rug's been pulled out from underneath you? Oh, we can't do this. There are like 20 different people on this call. How is this the same story for... Like, that's bullshit.
There needs to be a solution. And we started talking about what this looks like. And we said, right, we're building the community and the brotherhood where men can access this, have the support to actually build an online business and actually be able to create their dreams and the freedom that they want, have the time, location, and financial freedom that they want. And so we came together and we knuckled it out in a couple of weeks. And then, you know, we sat down with Dan, who's the mentor in this. He's the proof. He's helped so many hundreds of people do create this incredible freedom. And he came to us and said, fellas, what you have created here, no one has created. Not here in Australia, not here with this model, and not here with these core values. That is the legacy brotherhood.
Yep. And that is because you're using this male, alpha male, take control of your life manipulation to bring on other men, because MLM is usually the area of women. And like you said, there's a cost of living crisis and you're taking advantage of these people being fucking desperate. So Dan's right. Maybe people haven't created this. You're creating the male version of what Chrissy and Rebecca do. And it's fucking disgusting. Gross.
So those core values are health, wealth, and purpose. The three of us know when men have access to greater health, when they have sufficient wealth or even abundant wealth, and they have purpose in life, we have a different world.
And isn't it just so good that you can have health and purpose, right? Maybe the wealth doesn't come yet, right? you're just telling them that it will come. And you just got to believe. You got to change your mindset, you know?
And so that's what this is all about. And that's me speaking from the heart. I'm not bullshitting anyone here. I'm not trying to sell you or pillage you or fucking take advantage of you. I know the position that you're in.
Imagine having to make that statement. I don't think if you have to make the statement, maybe that's representative of the situation, you know?
You're asking yourself, how can I do this better? How can I spend more time with my loved ones? How can I surf more? How can I ride more? How can I skate more? How can I learn an instrument? Like whatever you're passionate about, how can I do more of the things that I'm passionate about and not have to go and scramble for the dollar that's being absolutely decimated by our governments?
By our government. So it's not like big corporations. It's not billionaires. It's not the 1%. Okay.
And that's honestly what we've got here and what we've created. And it's absolutely lighting me up. Like I'm fucking charging every single day with what we're doing. And so, I think it's a really important opportunity for you guys to feel into, to sit with, and to question.
This is the same spiel as every other network marketer. This is not different. And it's fucking bullshit that this dickhead up here, the mentor, because really, he took advantage of this other dude. I mean, I'm sus on him anyway because of, like, he seemed to be in Bali and, there's something sus going on there, in my opinion. Just an observation. Gotta watch myself with the Aussies, especially because he's so successful, unless he's lying, of course. And, well, he might be successful, but is everybody else? Because there was that guy who spoke to me on TikTok who also spoke to the journalist and said that he had a friend who tried to get him into Enagic, saying that they were earning, like 35 grand a month and so on and so on. But then the same friend came to him a couple of months later asking for a loan because he didn't tell the truth. But he said that there are people who are making that money in the business.
If you put 5 more years into your job, will you be financially free? If you put 5 more years into your current career, are you financially free? If the answer is no, it's worth thinking about a different vehicle.
Why are there 3 guys with red sunnies? That's weird. Also, anyone with a career, an actual career, just drop it like that, and that's what I mean before when you were saying, like, oh, you won't have true freedom if you're a worker. Like, what if you're an artist? Like, it's very targeted to this sort of person, this lost male, right? And look, you get this automatic brotherhood. It's the name of their fucking team. Legacy, which is what they all want, but it's very hard to get. And how do we know that? Because Kylie's been in it, he's saying 5 years. Kylie's been in it 5 years, longer than 5 years. She hasn't got it yet. She's been working her ass off to do that. I never accuse her of not being a hard worker. None of them. Being in an MLM is very hard work. And that's why the story that they tell about freedom, you're not free. You're a slave to your phone. Like, that's what you have. You have location freedom. You can go anywhere, but you need to be grinding the whole time, especially in Enagic because of how they structure the compensation plan to be run out in 8 rows or 8 cycles. You only get eight levels of, what's it called? Like payments. And so you have to constantly be recruiting with them.
Because with this vehicle, if you put 5 years of your hard worker's ethic, your mindset that's got you already to here, and if you apply it to a smarter vehicle, you'll be free. 5 years. Time's going to go anywhere, right?
That's bullshit that he's promising you that. When we have seen people in Enagic who are still struggling with it.
So it just depends on where you apply your mind. And I don't doubt a lot of the times, most men who are older than, let's say, 20, 25, because we're starting to creep in the younger generation, 25 and above, I don't doubt your work ethic. Put men in a passionate, purposeful environment, they can get the job done. We like hard work. We've just...
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you speak for all men? Sound off in the comments. Have you known any lazy men over 25? Yeah, interesting. I think that women get the job done at any age. Like, what the fuck? That's so weird. We'll see what it's connected to, like getting the job done. Yeah, that's fine. Like, if you're a bricklayer, this is what my dad's trade was. He builds a house, right? Like get to the end of it and you build a house. And then people can live in the house. If you continue to work in an MLM, you don't produce anything. It's fucking useless, you know?
And a path that's destroying our quality of life, and we're just beating a dead horse. So if we can help you transmute your hard work ethic into a smarter vehicle, you're home and hose, baby. You are home and hose.
You didn't just say baby. That's the freedom era fucking Australian Enagic code word for all being in the same cult.
And that is all it is. If you just transmute everything you've learned, all your hard work, all your ethics, all your values, and put your back behind yourself and just have a crack. Back yourself in. In 5 years, you'll be blown away with where you're at with this brotherhood. So I want to pass this over to Dan because, look, I'm fresh into this. I'm opportunistic. I'm a very bigger picture thinker, and I can see the macro. I can see the bigger picture.
Wow, Mr. Big Brain here, big thinker. What's the bigger plan? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Sell machines, recruit people. The more you do that, then you go up levels and you get paid more. Like, that's it. There's nothing bigger than, like, what are you imagining that's beyond that? I think he's imagining, like, having a big commune where people come and we have men's retreats and things like that. And then we're heading into cult territory. That's where we're heading.
And I can manifest it. I can bring it to life. But Dan here, he's the proof. He's 5 years into this. He was just a landscaper. Started with, I think, 100 guys on Facebook. Probably barely knew him, from here, there, and everywhere. No expertise on, no following, not knowing how to post and do anything, or, didn't really know anything. Just started having a crack in terms.
Yeah, well, you didn't really have to do it like that before. And what's to know? Would you like to buy my water machine? And he's only a -2. Guess what? I'm pretty sure that you don't get legacy until you're a -3. He's not even getting legacy. Let's hear.
And now, 5 years in, what he and his wife have created is absolutely incredible. And it's not only for them, it's who they've helped and what they've achieved within their community. It is absolutely mind-blowing. So I want to hand it over to you, Dano, and you just give us a bit of your backstory and, why you can really see the potential in what we've got here for men. So take it away, brother.
Epic, bro. Super grateful to be here with you, like-minded men. Your story, Jordan, absolutely inspirational for you at your young age. I wish I saw this at 30 years old. Imagine if I saw it back then.
Yeah, I could have been a scammer for so much longer. I've only been a scammer for the last few years, but yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've worked out how to be a scammer now, at least. Yay.
Be a total different game changer. So guys, put in the comments below if you resonate with Jordan's story, if you're at a point in your life where you're looking for more, if you want to have more, time freedom in your life, better.
That's because I'm looking to exploit that, and I want to know who's the most vulnerable out of all of you. So then, yeah, I'm really going to target you.
finances, and then also, would you like to be in a better, financial position in the next 5 years? So, like Jordan said, I just come from a very kind of humble beginning 5 years ago. I had my own landscape design business here on the Sunshine Coast that I've had for over 15 years. And my kind of, line in the sand moment, the reason why I got started here online was my daughter Ellie. She was competing in the Australian titles for swimming, and she actually broke an Australian record. And I was away working. She won a gold medal, broke an Australian record, and I missed it. And it absolutely, shattered my heart that I missed something like that. But it broke my daughter's heart even more, not having a dad there. And I was just that dad that, used to take her to training every morning.
What the fuck? How did you miss it then? Did she get like, what? Also, to be a swimmer, you have to have a privileged life. Like, to be a world-class swimmer, that's like, and living on the Sunshine Coast is expensive as fuck. This is weird.
We used to talk about her having that gold medal placed around her neck, and for me to miss that, break my daughter's heart. It was like, fuck, this is not what life is all about.
I'm sorry, to his daughter, that her dad is using the story of her gold medal to sell a scam.
I saw what my work ethic did to my very first relationship, my wife that I was married to before Danielle for 26 years. That, that fly in, fly out work and being away from the family broke that marriage up. And so
you're a landscaper.
I just decided to make a change. Danielle and I now been married for nearly 3 years, and so we've been doing this business for 5. And I just decided I was going to have a total different look on life to raise Danielle's 2 boys, Jake and Ollie. So we've been here now 5 years. We hit the top rank in the company within 10 months, and that was just my work ethic. That wasn't because I was a smarter guy.
No, we know that that people don't have to be smart. He's talking about the top rank as in 6A. Okay. Dan, disclose that there's more than 6A. Because that's lying by omission if he doesn't talk about it. And that's also my opinion.
Than anybody else, I actually left school at year 10, never read a book. And I just had a sickening work ethic that I didn't want to go back to that fly in, fly out work. I wanted to be a present parent and make this online business.
You're a landscape gardener. You said you had a landscape gardening company. What the fuck? When were you FIFO? FIFO means fly in, fly out.
This work. And 10 months, hit the top rank, was able to retire Danielle from her PT business that she ran.
Why would you need to retire from a PT business? These people don't make sense. She had her own personal trainer business and she didn't want to do it. Like, why the fuck would you start any of these businesses if you didn't actually want to do them? And he keeps talking about, like, working away when he had a landscaping business. I am very fucking confused. And how could you retire? A 6A, I haven't looked at the compensation, the income disclosure statement in a while. Oh, I don't want to go. I've been using, what is it? Firefox? Yeah, Mozilla Firefox, because I've heard Chrome's really chunky. Like it uses a lot of memory, and it's like, what am I looking for? Oh, Enagic. Income disclosure statement. 2023. 6A is the top rank. You can see here, all right? But it goes to dashes then, all right? And this is how many people are this. And this is the Americans. So it's going to be slightly different for Australia. And I think it's going to be slightly more in the dollars, the median amount, but it's going to be less in the distributors, right? And I think this is probably 1 or 2 people in Australia. And if we have a look at the median amount earned for a 6A, even dash 2 is what he is now, 24,000, right? It jumps up after that because then you get legacy. So that's where you get the passive income, where you get $5,000 a month, American. So it's a bit more Australian. So yeah. It's just Dan. Okay.
And over the next few years, we've hit the top rank 4 more times, created some incredible freedom in our lives. Last month we did $70,000 in commissions, and it was just like Jordan said, we just helped now enough other people be free in their lives that we now get to live the
Yeah, that's not all commissions. That's going to be your team paying you too, mate.
life that we get to live today. And when Jordan talks about, his, values, the health, the wealth and the purpose, my purpose now is help more men, not have to go down the road of, divorce and not seeing their kids and all that kind of stuff. The purpose that Jordan has here, when he said there's no one else creating what you guys are creating here with the brotherhood. And I've been around a community for the last 5 years that are 90% women. So Danielle has got one of the biggest and the fastest growing teams here in Australia, and they're all women. They were absolutely freaking crushing this business. And the men are just not present here.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it, when men don't dominate? Is that what this is about? Men dominating? I mean, when you look at the structure of this suite, a lot of men there, and there are a lot of men at the top of an MLM, and there's a lot of women at the bottom, because they're the most vulnerable to getting recruited because of people like these ones who target them for different reasons. And you're targeting the same types of people, but they happen to be men, with the same vulnerabilities, looking for connection and community. And you're betraying them because you don't give a fuck. Maybe you did. Maybe they did. But it's not about that. I'm not buying it.
And so when Jordan come to me and said, okay, Dan, can you show me how to do this to be able to bring the men back with their wives and their children? I said, okay, let's freaking go. Now you've lit me on fire. Now I'm ready to really let the dog off the chain and show you guys how to do this. I've been able to help, so many other ladies bring their husbands home. And now we're going to show you guys how it's done as well. So Enagic, our company that I've been with for nearly 6 years now, they're a 50-year strong company that they've had growth for 50 years. So even through 2008, through lockdown, through the pandemic, through everything, this company has grown year in, year out.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. It's because you are predators and you chase people who are desperate. MLMs thrive in that. They grew in 2020 because you promised them that they could work from home. That was a lie. Because you need all those people. That's what is putting money in your pocket. Where do they think the money comes from?
Years, and to have a product, and we'll dive deeper into that side of it later on, but just touching on some figures that I was talking to Jordan before. In the first quarter that we did for the first 3 months of 2024, there was $57,149,873 US in products sold through our company. So
Yeah, okay. And who got the majority of the commissions on that? How was that distributed to people? Because I'm willing to bet that it mostly went to one or two people, or three or four.
our company is now $1 billion a year company, and $40,004,911 US were paid out in commissions in the
Yep. Again, how much went to the two specific people?
very first 3 months. So looking at those figures, guys, there's a lot of money here to be made, and our company is now scaling from 20,000 product sales per month, and we're about to 5x that to 100,000 product sales a month. And so we're moving.
Yeah, that's good news for us in the anti-MLM community because you're hitting saturation point faster than we can. Well, not we can. Faster than I thought. Because I've been waiting. I've been waiting for it to hit saturation point. And that's the thing. Eventually, they are going to recruit themselves out of the business. You run out of people. You cannot continue to recruit. You will run out of people. Maybe that's why, because Enagic allows them to have 4 accounts, which is just bizarre. I don't know how they can do it. But then it's very difficult to get into the legacy. And I didn't realize it was so difficult until I've been watching Kylie do it, try to get there for a year, because I think when she grew quickly. So she is at 682-2, but she hasn't got it over the line for the next one. Interesting.
into a market where this growth part of where we are with Enagic and Kangen is about to explode. People are really starting to get switched on with what's going on with the health.
Yeah, no. Alkaline water is useless. No one needs it. Okay, your body does a thing called homeostasis. It doesn't need it. And also, if you do want alkaline water, you can get it much cheaper than that, and you don't have to be contributing to the lab. It's not going to explode. It's going to saturate.
For all the lockdowns, and especially our water. And when you see our product, it's a medical grade water ionizer. People understand now what they're friggin' spraying in the skies, going into our tank water, what tap water.
What's going in your tank water? These people are fear-mongering about rainwater? Still? Fuck off, honestly. The conspiracy theories, these people can go fuck themselves.
Water is doing to our bodies with the chlorine and the fluoride with our kids. And so we just know in the right place with the right kind of company, with the right kind of track record. And then obviously linking arms with Jordan and Bays.
Yeah, have you recommended that anybody look at the income disclosure statement? Because that's from the company. That's the company's details. It's not going well for everyone. It's going well for some top.
We have a fantastic opportunity to be able to spread the word of this company and also link arms as brother and create a momentum and
link arms as brother. Yeah. Did you forget your lines there? Because that's pretty important. You got to link arms as brothers because that's part of the manipulation, Dan.
a movement here like my wife has with her female group. I'm super excited to be able to share more about the company and the product as we kind of go on as well. So back to you, Jordan.
Yeah, mate. Thanks.
So he doesn't have legacy. He didn't even mention legacy. He hasn't got it, or he would have mentioned it.
So much, and like those figures, guys. When you look at these online ventures, you can look at like a crypto pump, or you can jump on board an NFT, and you
No one's doing NFTs these days, Jordan. Are you fucking kidding? Everybody worked out they were a pile of shit. And crypto's for criminals.
what you're risking is you're risking a new opportunity, something that's new to market, right?
He just said that the company's 50 years old, motherfucker. Are you listening? It's 50 years old. It's not new to market.
When you look at this, if you're looking to go online by aligning with a company that's 50 years old and still growing year on year.
Yeah, because they haven't saturated the whole world and they keep opening to other world markets. Unlike other MLMs, like they'll have to stop eventually because they will run out of people.
And the product, the quality of the product and the use case of the product, this is why it aligns with me so much, is that who here is aware that tap water's fucked? Hands up. Right? Pretty clear. Who here is currently drinking filtered water? Hands up. Cool. So if you're drinking filtered water...
Yeah. Most of these people are already on your team, dickhead. Also, I've drunk tap water all over the world. I'm fine. Oh, well, like other than the normal mental illness and all that sort of stuff.
You're only at neutral. You're only drinking clean water. That's it. What we're dealing here with is molecular hydrogen. So we're taking clean water and we're actually giving it a negative charge so that it maximizes. And when I talk about maximizes, I'm a health expert. When I looked at the research on this and read the studies.
What's your qualification, Jordan? Because I haven't seen anything. It just says, just an Aussie dad taking massive action. I help men maximize health, wealth, and purpose. Follow so you don't miss anything. I can't see that you've got any qualifications on here, yeah. Can't see it. Can't see the degree. So yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Why is my mouse still there? That's weird.
Fucking blown away by how much this from oxidative stress to systemic inflammation to the improvement of performance and recovery to the hydration to the organ repair to gut dysbiosis. It is insane, this technology, and this is why Japan has the most centenarian.
It's insane. It is. Like, I read the study, and it did say that it needed more research, but it did seem to rehydrate with some people.
In history, they've got 90,000 centenarians currently in their country. That's 90,000 people above 100 years.
Yeah. Are they all drinking Kangen water? There's no fucking way you can prove that.
A large percent of the population drink molecular hydrogen. The hospitals over there use this company. They use their machines in the hospitals.
I didn't think they did anymore. I think they used to. Let me look it up. I'm fact checking.
They're medical grade machines,
I know
ionizers.
that.
You've got to look at why the West, Australia, US, UK, why we're so sick. And you look at our water quality, you look at our food quality, and you look at the pollution in our environment.
Fear.
You go to a country like Japan, very clean, very high quality.
Fear. We're genetically very different from them though too.
In everything they do, and their health's maximized. So when I looked at this product, I thought, this is actually a game-changing product. If I just buy these products alone and put them in my home, my family is reducing medical bills. They're reducing chance of illness and disease. They're maximizing the performance, their gut health. So the products alone are an incredible investment. Like if you care about your health and your wellness and the longevity of your family and your kids or your parents or your grandparents or whatever, these products alone will change your life. Even if you're on filtered water, you switch now to molecular hydrogen, you're maximizing the effect of water every single glass, every single sip you take. Then, a part of your investment in the water, we have now added a men's community, a brotherhood, which is taking men to whole new levels. Like, what if you actually surrounded yourself with guys who are savage in their training, savage in their health, savage with what they eat, savage in their mindsets, dedicated to business, dedicated.
Why did you choose the word savage? I don't think he's doing that to be disrespectful. It has become kind of like a reclaimed thing. Because that is what people used to say about black people. They were savages, and it was used as a slur. So yeah, I don't think he's meaning it that way. I just think it's a poor choice for words, you know.
Family dedicated to health, dedicated to wealth generation. What happens to your life when you surround yourself with a circle like that? What happens when you do it twice a week? And then you go and take action every single day. What happens to your next 5 years when you're around a caliber of man like that? You know, it's stuff we all dream of. You look at these big circles, you know, these guys with, you know, the Tates and Patrick, you know, Bet David, and they're these famous guys who are fucking hammers, and they've got these tight knit circles of high caliber men. We don't have access to that unless you played footy down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just call Andrew Tate and Patrick Bet David high quality men with good circles? Andrew Tate, human trafficker. I need to hear that because I was reading something.
What happens when you do it twice a week? And then you go and take action every single day.
This is just his gym in a business form, you know?
What happens to your next 5 years when you're around a caliber of man like that? You know, it's stuff we all dream of. You look at these big circles, you know, of these guys with, you know, the Tates and Patrick, you know, Bet David, and they're these famous guys who are fucking hammers, and they've got these tight knit circles of high caliber men.
High caliber men. High caliber men. High fucking caliber men, Andrew Tate. This man said he's a family man. These are dads of daughters. And you're going to put Andrew Tate up there? A human trafficker? Moved to Romania for their looser laws? Although still got busted by Greta Thunberg. Good work, Greta. Well, you know, sort of. She helped because he got pissed off at her. Fuck all the way off. Patrick Bet David, who is like a conservative who's going to vote for Trump, right? Made all his money in an MLM, scamming people. If he had a slither of credibility, he's fucking lost it. Disgusting.
We don't have access to that unless you played footy down the footy club, or you were part of some, you know, team, and you all get pissed after. We don't have that in Aussie culture. We don't have strong communities of men. And if they do, they don't include all three areas. Now, I might get Mitch on later when we do a Q&A, because Mitch is one of the, you know, the strongest in our brotherhood, and his perception on men's work is absolutely incredible. He's done Mankind Project, which is based on emotional work. He's done fight clubs, you know, Ted Brophy's bare knuckle fist fighting. He's done the fight club. You know, he's done rugby league. He's done footy. He's done training and health mentorship. He's done business mentorship. But none of them have brought all of it together.
This sounds like a cult. Like this is big cult vibes. huge. And like this is to appeal to the same people that Andrew Tate and those disaffected like men. Ugh. There's so much more to go, and I've been talking forever.
And so as a man, what you have the opportunity to take action on is not only improving your health and becoming a strong, healthy individual, but also your wealth, taking control of earning money in your sleep, like leveraging value instead of an hourly.
He's still saying all the things. Making money when you sleep. This is not new. This is the same pitch. This is the same scam. It's just got fucking abs.
Like an hourly wage or a salary. And then lastly, having purpose, being around other men that actually go, mate, what do you want from life? What are you building?
So I can manipulate you when you try to give up. And I can say, didn't you want to build this? You already told me. Where's your passion for this? Right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to manipulate them to stay in the cult.
Your time and energy into? What is your purpose here? And when you're asked these deeper questions around, like, what do I value? What do my daily actions look like? What's my belief systems? How are my belief systems operating? What am I putting all of my energy into? And when you're asked those questions, you'll calibrate yourself really quickly onto life's purpose.
Will they? Will they? And is their life's purpose to sell water machines? Because I'd like to think that perhaps they didn't dream of doing that. And yeah, all of a sudden that's what they want to do, right? And once you answer those questions, he's going to know exactly how he can manipulate you.
And you'll bring yourself to awareness that 98% of Aussie men aren't living on track.
You got a source for that? What are the 98% of Aussie men are not on track? For what? To do what? According to what? Just throw out statistics like Donald Trump.
They're following the crowd and they're fucking yes, no, shaking their head, doing whatever they need to do to get above and just keeping their head above water. You get into a brotherhood like this and you are straight and narrow, focused on the vision, taking action every single day towards your dream and
which coincides with his dream of being rich. That dream of his to be financially free, coincidentally, becomes a part of your dream. Because when you're successful, he's successful. It's the basis of all network marketing. That guy has watermelon. He better not. You can't be for Palestine and then in an MLM. Can't scam people. Come on. Maybe he just likes watermelon.
freedom. Your version of freedom might just be buying some land off grid and building something epic. Your freedom might be traveling the world while you can and working from your laptop. It might be buying a caravan and booting around Australia with your family. Whatever your vision of freedom is right now, you can leverage it with this model.
All I heard then was privilege, 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 privilege.
It literally comes down to whether you're ready to put your hard worker's ethic into a smarter vehicle. This is where I want to transition to Bays, because Bays has done what a lot of men think about doing, but will sit on their hands and then get to an old age and go, I wish I took more risks.
Remember how he said he's going to be he's on fire and he's charged up and he's G'd up? Again, he doesn't sound like that.
Yeah. I'll let him tell a bit more about his story and where he's come from. But to see what he's done in 4, 6, 8 weeks, it's incredible. We all need to just take a leaf out of his book and go, right, time for me to take action.
Yeah, it just sounds like he had a lot of people that he could convince to buy a water machine. That's all. That's what it is. It's sales. He did a lot of sales, I'm mute.
You're on mute there, brother. Rip in.
Cheers, George. Yeah, so fellas, my name's Bays, for those of you that don't know me. And yeah, I feel like I've always
Your name's on the fucking screen.
been in pursuit ever since I was young. I had a crack at tennis for 15 years. I did absolutely everything to keep it going. And at 24, I just burnt out. I just ran out of gas, ran out of money, ran out of spirit, resources, and just felt like everything had played out for so long.
At 24? How bizarre. Again, I'm hearing privilege here. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I had a bit of a disadvantage, and it was a bit of a story I carried for a little while, but transitioned into work, just trying everything I could back home here in Noosa, and tried retail, hospitality, was doing a bit of coaching on the side, did that for a couple of years, and just couldn't make it happen. I had a lot of debt from tennis from the 15 years, and that's also what cooked me. So going into steady work and just trying to chip away and save, I couldn't cut it, and so
He was in tennis. Like, that was my mistake. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Like, trying to be a professional sports person is hard work. Fair enough. It's a shame that he's chosen to do this, but obviously he has a big network. And also, I think, what's his name? There's a famous tennis player, Novak Djokovic. I'm pretty sure he uses Kangen, and they use him as a spokesperson. So if he's a tennis player and he's using Novak Djokovic as his like, oh look, Novak recommends it, then yeah, he's going to do well.
yeah, I ended up taking a leap, packed my bags, $300, and I left for North. I went up to Townsville, 15 hours away, and just settled up in there. I started a business landscaping, and the change, being in a new environment, I was able to change my perception of things and start to operate a bit more from my own place, and started making $2,000 to $3,000 a week. But yeah, just wasn't able to manage it. Wasn't able to, really capitalize on tax and pay my expenses, train, get fit, and self-develop. I just took too many things on, trying to push to that next level. And I got to January this year, and it was middle of summer. I was fried, and my first point of my health was water. And I knew about the water previously from chatting with Dan, and I didn't have much exposure to it till during last year, at about 2 months on a training block. And I just remember, pushing weight is hard, lifting weight, improving strength, increasing strength, and having that energy to come in the gym every day it's extremely hard. And I just remember for that 2 months, I was up at 4:30 every day. I was gaining weight. The food I was eating, I was absorbing. And yeah, no, I just remember the peak and the feeling throughout that time. And that's when I was drinking the water.
I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. Like you said that you felt, I don't know. It sounds like a placebo to me.
Specifically. So that was through a friend that actually had a machine, and I was using it at the time. Come January, yeah, I was starting to fade. I was getting really exhausted, and
Imagine that. And also, like, maybe the placebo wore off because it's a placebo.
and yeah, I reached out to Dano about the water, and he showed me the business. And at the time,
Ew, what's he doing?
everything aligned. I was feeling like I was wrapping up Townsville. I think I was done there. I'd given it a good crack.
Why was he doing that?
And yeah, and it was time for me to travel and move and like do something that was, the next point in my
Okay, like, word, because Townsville sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry, people from Townsville and fans of the Powerpuff Girls. Townsville has a bad vibe, okay? I've been there a couple of times. Bad vibe. Just bad vibes all the time. So, I get it.
And yeah, aligning with health, aligning with the product, and just
But also, oh, you just went traveling? Privilege.
yeah, just kind of naturally flowing into something I aligned and felt really into, talking to people about it and seeing the need for this out in the community, out in my network. It's extraordinary, and it's like it's almost not just aligned for me and the fellas here, Jordan, Dan. It's also universally aligned because such a need for health. There's such a massive decline across the planet because it's just been decades and decades of just taking on so much
What?
so much from the environment, these big companies and what they put out. So yeah, coming into alignment with it, I in the first 4 weeks, so my investment was 16,500, which
So you bought a quad. Privilege again. Also, dudes, being able to do all of this, the health, the wealth, like living healthy and eating healthy is a privilege, okay? People live in food deserts, and you probably have never heard of that before, okay? And they can't eat better, right? And also, you don't know anybody's health by looking at them. Like, I'm just, betting everything that these people see a fat person, they go, oh, that person's unhealthy.
you guys find out a little bit more about the products and how we invest, but that was my starting investment, and that was the max that you'll pay to invest in the products and in the business. And in 4 weeks, just by sharing, I was able to make that back. And so now I've got my shower filter and my main K8. Got that for the next 25 years at least. And and now it's a really profitable opportunity. And being in this position, I can give full focus to the brotherhood, my family, my partner, and anyone else I can help because I'm in position to. Whereas the last couple of
The brotherhood.
years, it's just I've literally just been trying to make ends meet and find a way through. So it is an extraordinary opportunity, and if anyone grabs hold, like it's unlimited, not just in the water and the business, but everything else that can come of it as well. So super pumped and super grateful for JP
You
and
sound really
Dan
pumped.
and what you guys do as well. So extraordinary times.
Yeah, real pumped. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
mate,
pumped.
it's exceptional. And when you think about
Yeah.
how you can help people, all it comes back to is a question: how many people do you know are struggling with their health?
Yeah. And I've got another question for you. How is that your business? Leave people alone. All right? Leave them alone. Because you don't need alkaline water. Yeah.
How many people do you know are nailing their health? There's not many names.
Nailing your health. How many people do you know who are nailing your health? It's interesting that we've got this Dan, and his daughter was a world-class swimmer. Space dude who was a tennis player, tried to be a professional tennis player. Like that seems like he would open you to circles that would be more prone to this sort of thing. And also, like I know that the guy who I did a video on him ages ago, the Amway guy who does the weight loss but pretends it's not Amway. He was an ex-football player or AFL player, which is Australian football. And yeah, like it seems like some people are chasing a little bit of like success, notoriety, fame sort of thing in this because they do make the top people like they worship them, which just is ridiculous.
And there's an abundant amount of people that are looking for solutions to better health. We're made up of 70% water, and they're trying all these gimmicks and fads and all this stuff to fix their health, and then they're drinking shitty water. They're pumping it into their kids. How many people are drinking filtered water and still showering in tap water? Like the need for this and the ever-evolving awareness.
You don't absorb that much from like having a shower, dickhead.
Around the quality of our food and our water is growing at such a rapid rate because the world is waking up. And all you need to do is you place yourself as an authority of someone who values health, and people come to you. You don't even have to be an expert. You just have to have the information.
Exactly. You don't have to be an expert because it doesn't fucking matter.
And lead a horse to water. It's only going to walk around the dam so much until it's ready to drink. And so...
No, that's not a good analogy. There are people who don't want your shitty water machine, okay?
What we're asking here is for men to consider what they want in life. With your current plan and your current attack, are you going to set yourself free in the next 5 years? If you keep going about the way you're going, are you truly going to create what you want to create? Because if you're going off the old system, it's being decimated every single day. The US is about to print another $30 trillion or something. There goes the dollar again. Inflation's going to get worse.
Inflation actually went down in America, and they're having like record highs in their stock market. We will see that here. Fuel's going to be going down soon too, because there's going to be an excess. So stop fear mongering. This is about fear to get people scared so they join your fucking MLM. Pathetic.
Living conditions are going to get worse. Who knows what they're going to do with future jibby jabs and all that rubbish shit that's coming on and the lockdowns and this.
What the fuck are you talking about? We got some anti-vaxxers here. Anti-vaxxers, of course. Fuck you. Especially because you say you care about children, and you also said you said that I was a good man with a good solid circle. Vaccines save lives, dickheads. Science. Remember, you said that you liked research. But you only like research that's about what you want, right? About your water. You don't want to believe the same researchers when they say that the vaccines work. And there was a lockdown which prevented us from getting COVID as badly as America did. Like, are you kidding?
But in COVID, 2020, a big reason for me looking at online business was my gym got shut down.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that. Oh, my nose touched the top of the microphone, and that's where the mute button is. I knew that was going to be a fact. I was thinking, that's what I was thinking. You could go to the gym though. Once the actual lockdowns were over, especially in Queensland. He was in Queensland. I know this. Queensland did not have strict lockdowns. We had, like, I really only had 1 week off. Like, I wasn't on lockdown basically at all, you know?
Dan Murphy's was still open serving Bundy rum, but my gym was shut down. My livelihood was shut.
Okay. Yeah. Shops were open. Like, the shops were open too.
Down, and they could still serve alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, what were the numbers during COVID with hydrogen water?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because MLMs always do well. It's not about the fucking water.
Yeah, so through COVID, our business boomed.
All MLMs did because you took advantage of people who were desperate. You love that. You love taking advantage of people who are desperate. That's why we're fucking here.
We had a growth of 22%. The Google search to work online or work from home, the Google search went up 660%.
Yeah. Because everybody was at home. You fucking idiot. And MLMers were the first people to take advantage of desperate, scared people.
So our business absolutely just rocket shipped through that time, and we know what's coming. We know there's going to be round 2. We know that there's going to be other things come up. So every single time that something happens, so we now know that our online business is pandemic proof. We know that it's recession proof.
Yeah, because it's a fucking scam, these people. I don't think I've been more furious in a long time about MLMs. Oh God, I hope these men work it out before they get too deep in, lose their fucking families from the strain of, like, trying to keep up with these dickheads.
We know that this thing is getting bigger and bigger. And just like, Jordan said, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Bay's got his return on investment in 4 weeks.
Yeah, because he has a big network. And he knows tennis people. Like, you just have to listen to
And now he's got
who they are because they have a circle. He's coaches. These people who sell this as a health thing when they are in, like, some sort of health field, of course they're going to do okay. All right? Also, care who they sell to because they just want to make the money.
He's home for his family for the next 30 years. And just don't look at it as return on investment. Look at it as the return on investment for your health for the rest of your life, your return on investment for your wealth for the rest of your life, and then return on investment for the purpose and what you guys want to create with your life. I'm 53, I'm already halfway there. What you guys have in front of you now, you can create whatever you want. This is only a 5-year thing to total freedom in all areas.
You can't promise that because it hasn't been true to you. You're not free. That could go away at any time. That could go away. You don't de-rank, but you could lose your team because you run out of people to recruit.
It just really comes down to if you want to grab it. I know Jordan's going to take it all the way. I know Baze is going to take it all the way. I can actually see David Niglio on this call as well, one of the biggest freedom fighters here in Australia. I know he's already taken, I've helped David Niglio in the last 6-7 months take it all the way to the top as well. And a lot of other guys will as well. It's just up to you guys if you want to come with us.
And here's the thing, fellas. What's the alternative? What is the alternative? What is the other option? Keep flogging the dead horse? We're in a position now where you have this opportunity of leveraging the internet and leveraging value instead of time. If you actually...
Same language. Here we are, leveraging. It's always coming back to the same old thing. It's not a new thing. It's the same scam over and over with more manipulation, trying to be alpha males. And when Dan says that Dave Oniglio, I didn't realize that was his actual name, because I've heard him called Onigs. He's the conspiracy theory. Like, he thinks that He believes that people can control the weather. Well, that politicians can control the weather. You know, because if you're a Democrat in power, right? If you're not a Democrat in power, you can rig the election. And then when you are a Democrat in power, you choose not to rig the election, but you choose to control the weather to make a hurricane hit red states rather than just going through and controlling the results of the election. Like, make it make fucking sense. Like, honestly.
Commit and go all in, you're going to do it. And especially when you link arms with men who are driven towards the same purpose, have the same values, and hold you to a standard, every single week you're going to take action. In just a matter of weeks, we've seen the guys in the community grow exponentially in their mindsets, exponentially in their actions, exponentially in the way they think about business and connection and language and their caliber of man.
How do you measure that? How do you measure the caliber of a man? Do you make them, like, change tire? Put a fitted sheet on a bed? Oh, no, that's a woman's work. Traditional marriage and all. Like, it's okay to be gay, but marriage is between a man and a woman. You know, those types. That's just radiating wonderful energy like that. But I betcha they are homophobic. Because there's a lot of overt, like, homoeroticism. There's lots of bare chests, I tell you that much. And hugging.
Is rising purely because you surround yourself with other men. Now, it's not to be judgmental to all the other men out there, but you've got to ask yourself, this is your life. This is your family. This is your future that you...
Oh, here we go. This is information control right here. Bite model, cult. You better not listen. They're not controlling you. Don't listen to anyone else because you need to do what's best for you, right? And someone else can't make that decision for you. So you just do it because, like, trust yourself, trust your gut, or trust the thing I'm saying to you. Don't trust someone else, Don't trust somebody else who doesn't stand to gain anything from you. Trust me. Trust me. Even though I'm trying to sell you this fucking water package machine and I want you to recruit other people and sell the water machine so that I can be free.
Are you going to put yourself in a fertile position to actually grow, or are you going to stay in a toxic environment?
Can't do that.
That's what we're putting out here. And I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped on it because
Why do you have to, like, if I'm passionate about something, I think people can tell. I don't have to say, I'm fucking pumped. This is so good. Oh my God. I'm having such a good time. This is amazing. I don't have to do that very often. Generally, I'm not having a good time most of the time. I was very happy going into Daiso the other day. Daiso is a Japanese store. Oh, I think you have Daiso. I'm sure Gus said maybe you do have Daiso. I love it. Like little Japanese knickknacks. Oh, I love it. Have I got anything close that I bought? Oh yes, I do. I got a little statue and it's got a ghosty it says Halloween. Can you see? So I got a bit of Halloween stuff from Daiso. I'm excited. And I got lots of crafty things as well, so yay. All right, let's keep going with this bullshit.
see the potential of someone with zero experience. I've done 15 years in the health industry. It took me so long to build an expertise. And someone can roll into this opportunity with zero skills, zero awareness, zero expertise, and fucking rock it.
Yeah, they can because it takes no fucking skill at all. None. And again, where's your qualifications? Because you called vaccines jibby jabs. Somebody who says that they're a health expert could probably say vaccines instead of jibby jabs.
If you've got the work ethic, if you've got the dignity and the passion and the purpose and you want more,
If you got dignity, I don't think you'd be in them way.
you will make this work. And when you link arms with a mentor like Dan, who's helped hundreds of people do it, and as someone like me who knows how to play the game of social media, and, a community of brothers, including Dave and, all the other guys that we all come together every single week, like, where could you be in 5 years? What's it look like?
You have said this already. Man, this is fucking slow.
Worst case scenario is you actually get the products in your house and you save your family from sickness and disease.
Yeah. Oh, yay! I can feed my family on that. What's for dinner? Water stew. What's for dessert? Water ice cream. Water flavored crackers. What's for breakfast? Boiled water. Like, you need more than that, Jordan.
That's the worst case. You actually get the tangible products. We're doing the community on top purely for
Manipulation purposes?
the brotherhood. We just want to be surrounded by other brothers, and we want to see other brothers win.
Yeah, because then you win. That's the nature of MLMs.
Like, I hope you guys can see, I've taken a pay cut to actually build this community. I was kicking with legacy dads, but my heart wasn't there because I know that I would rather a dad send me a message.
Why the fuck did this man make, like, a business that he didn't like, and then he made a coaching business that he didn't like, legacy dads? Then, like, that's so weird. Why would you start businesses that your heart like? It's not making sense. It's not equaling. Like, oh, I had a pay cut. No one would do that. Like, no one would take a pay cut to join an MLM. And that makes me think there's something fishy about it, you know?
Instead of, hey, bro, I've got myself fit and healthy and my guts are all good, to, hey, bro, I can take my son to skating now because I'm working online. Hey, brother,
Oh, yeah, really? You can take him to skating and he's sitting on his phone at the skating while the kid's at skating? Yeah, awesome. That's so good. Hey, bro, it's so good.
can take the family away on a holiday and I still make money online. Hey, brother, we've decided to buy a caravan and we're going to work on the road while we travel Australia. Hey, brother, I've actually got a plan now for my kids and I'm going to see them grow up instead of being away working on the mines or the rigs. That
People who work still see their kids growing up. And it's really fucking shitty to insinuate that they don't. Especially if that's what they'd like to do. You know? It's okay for people to want to go to work and have distance from their children. You know? That's okay. And their partner. You don't have to be around each other 24/7 to have quality relationships. In fact, I would suggest that you do need space. You know? I can't imagine what awful helicopter parents they are too, you know? God.
because I don't know if you can tell, but I get emotional about it because
I can't tell. You literally, you've been talking the same pace, pitch, fucking cadence, like tone, volume, speed, the same the whole way through. No, I can't tell.
experienced the changes in my own son by being around him. And a
Great.
big mutual feeling that Dan and I connect over is we want and we need, the world needs strong fathers around their kids.
Yeah, what about lesbian couples? Because they might not be fathers. And I'm 100% sure that there are families that have two lesbians and their children are very successful. As equally successful as a family that doesn't have two mothers, you know? I actually think that it just matters whether they have parents who can love them and afford to, you know, ensure that everybody's needs are taken care of. And that's where, you know, differences start. So, yeah, not every household needs a father. And especially if the father is like abusive, you know, those fathers aren't good.
Because we are heading into some very challenging situations and environments. And if you're not a strong man and not a present man in your kid's life, they're going to be programmed by someone else. So if you don't have a family yet, you don't.
They're going to be programmed by someone else. Are you programming your children? Because that's a really weird way of talking about how you're bringing them up, you know? Jesus fucking Christ.
What's needed to build that reality so you can create and bring up a family with presence and be a strong father, present father, or you risk the statistics of what's going on now. Health in children's disgusting. Health
what are the statistics and what are the numbers? Just you saying health in children is just disgusting now. That's not a fact. It's not written down like that anywhere. I feel like he's going to be trans soon. There's something about it. He hasn't mentioned anything, but I just feel like it's coming.
Health in men is discussing. Health, divorce, breakup, cost of living. It's all horrible. So what is the solution? And I'm fucking fired up because we've got the solution. I'm so G'd up. So I'm going to give it over to you fellas. If anyone has questions, and go for it. Like, be a man and voice your opinion, because I'm sure there's 3 or 4 other guys on the call thinking the same thing. And we're here for you. The mic's open. So we just want to be valuable right now. It's just like we're an open book. So if you've got a question, jump on and ask it.
I can already see Nick has said, I'm in, brother, sign me up. So I had the pleasure of meeting Nick the other week, and I just know what Nick is capable of. So game on, brother. Super excited for you. You can see Leon on the call as well. Leon's going through the process as well. Game on, brother.
So you got any questions, fellas? Any questions? What's on your mind?
Give me all the information. Give me all of it. All the things.
Game on, Ryan.
Give me all the all the barrels, all the freedom, all the health, all the dips, all the chin-ups. Give me all the things.
Love it. Love your work, bro. So we've got a full system in place, mate. So Jordan will send you through a kind of getting started kind of script on everything that we're doing, we're a part of, what we're creating, the company, the products, the conversation plan, the structure, how it all kind of works. I was the guy when I very first got started, and the gentleman that introduced me to the online business, his name was David Newenhoven. And I said to David, I said, man, I'm just a man's man. I want to provide for my kids. Don't BS me. I said, just tell me straight up what it is, what I've got to do, how do I get started. And David's been there side by side with me from day one, and he showed me exactly what to do. So
I think that this possibly, no, I think they are a part of Chrissy and Clint's team, but don't BS me. Okay, it's so macho. I love it. Good. It just kind of like unnecessary. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. Now we're getting, so we went through all of that emotion about being a man, being a father, da da da. And now it's like, yep, I'll send through the compensation plan and the scripts and the stuff like. So it's just a sales pitch.
don't ever be afraid to ask any questions. Link comes with the brothers. I had some incredible
Link comes. We got all the cliches of the ladies. It's the same thing.
help when I very first got started, and I just want to pass it on to you guys. So feel free to ask any questions anytime.
I want to put it out there. I reckon a few blokes will resonate with this. I'm a concreter by trade. I left school at 14 with my dad, who's a pisshead and smokes. So yeah, like I think everything about this conversation resonates hard. I think that something that stands out a lot is being a concreter. I'm good with my hands. I'm good with structure. I'm like a fucking rock ape, I'm like a Neanderthal. That's how I am in my body. But the technological advancement that's come with humanity in the last, even just the last 10 years is so fucking overwhelming. Like the idea of working online and having all of these different systems and things to utilize through a laptop takes the eyes away from the real world. And I want to know, with you guys, how's your journey been transitioning from real world nature, breathing sunlight, natural environments to being immersed in this box that comes with.
Why are you nodding your fucking head? Just listen. Yeah. Why are so many of these people like, oh, I finished school when I was 14, 15. Like, education is so important. God damn it.
The attention span of technology. For you guys or anyone else that might relate to that. Because as a young bloke,
I relate to it big time. I was a concreter. So I did play at work in Western Australia, and I had a 4-week on roster, 1 off. And we were concreting. I used to get the Sunday off, but I was away for 4 weeks. And concreting, I know what it's all about. And it's hard work, so you've got a good work ethic straight up. So I went from being a tradesman, working with my hands, to go, okay, how can Dan get online, understand this online world, understand social media? And I just started at day one, and I just got taught what to do day one. And Jordan is the master of social media, so he can teach you how to do it. But as I started to launch a business and scale and earn some money, I now try to spend as much time actually offline. So I actually surf every day now. I do breath work, grounding, eat the right kind of foods. Only have a certain amount of screen time because obviously I've got the finances and the freedom now to do so. But we'll teach you guys step by step exactly what to do at the start to just change your normal.
That's not gonna be possible for you at the beginning. No way. You got to get to a certain point before you do that.
Time that you spend on social media, just liking and commenting on other people's stuff, just your scroll time, and how to turn that into an income. And that's what I just did. I just had an hour a day that I used to just spend on Facebook mucking around, and I just turned that into a business.
An hour a day he's promising them. Very doubtful that it's just an hour.
Powerful.
Here's the
Full power.
thing. Here's the thing. How many people are looking for solutions right now? How many men are scrolling going, I need a fucking solution to the shitstorm that I'm fighting?
The fear-mongering in this man is disgusting. And this is why he's successful in this business, because he's found the right targets, right? And he is telling them exactly what they need to hear to be convinced. Like he is finessing them so well. And that's why he's succeeding in it. He has ranked up quickly, but he's obviously got the gift of the gab, all right? I see through it. But I can imagine that this would be an attractive offer for many young men searching for community, searching for health, wealth, and purpose. It's very simple, and it actually is exactly aligned with what Enagic themselves had, like financial health. Oh, like they've got the three sayings. It's something like wealth and health and finances. Wealth, health, finance. Wealth is finances, you idiot. Yeah, like it aligns very closely with what Enagic says. So he's just really good at scamming,
You put a video up of you eating a steak and say, fuck, imagine if we could just eat steaks and do pull-ups. If you want to know how I'm doing that, comment steak and I'll send you a video.
Wow, that's your social media strategy. Is it very successful? I bet you it's kind of successful for him, but I imagine it doesn't hit every time, and I imagine it doesn't hit the algorithm every time. But these other people who don't really have a following, putting their steak up with I wish I could eat a steak and do pull-ups every day. Because I don't know if anyone's told you this, but you can do as many pull-ups as you like. But I wouldn't recommend just having a carnivore diet.
Bro, I know there's going to be guys searching Instagram. What the fuck? This bloke's just eating steaks and doing pull-ups. What do you mean? You send him a...
Yeah. Totally normal thought. What the fuck? I wouldn't even stop on that. Like, what? What? I wouldn't stop on just a steak. Okay, admittedly, I did stop on this dude's steak, his steak, and eggs. No, goat's milk. But I'm looking for content. So the average person is not. If you have such a successful fucking business, can you please sit somewhere without lights shining straight into it? And you could also spotlight the speaker so that you're big on the screen,
video and go, here's the opportunity, brother. He can watch this exact call. He's probably hearing me talk right now going, hey, he's fucking talking about me. And he's going, man, I want to be in on this brotherhood. I want to help. I want to improve my health.
I want to join the cult.
I want to help other people
I
improve
really
their
want
health.
to join
Like
this
that's
cult.
honestly, it's a game. It is a game. And we are...
Look at the smile on this dude. Into this, and the time that they put into this, they can't get back. And like you can't put yourself against an MLM. You also can't use the skill dog. Employers actively encourage you not to put MLM work on your resume. Oh shit, I'm getting tired. I'm just about to hit the wall, and there's still how much to go? 57. I can't see because I'm too tired. There's like another 10 minutes, I think.
in the digital gold rush. And I say that with complete sincerity. Like, this is not a bullshit thing. Previous generations had a gold rush. The people that picked up the shovels and went and fucking found the gold, banked in hard. They created incredible amounts of generational wealth. Bought land, bought heaps of land, bought houses, bought property. The ones who sat back and went, oh, I don't know, finding gold sounds pretty hard, and you're only going to find it every now and then, and there's going to be some sifting to do. Those people missed out. We're now in the digital gold rush, and if you're willing to pick up the shovel and learn how to dig, you'll fucking find the gold. I'm telling you.
Looking pretty good on a shovel,
Most of us are. I was a brickie for a bit. I was a brickie's labourer.
Great. Yeah. it's not a transferable skill, right? Also, people have been making money off the internet for a while. This isn't like the gold rush now. The people who made the most are millionaires now, right? The people who are making the most from MLMs are not you guys. So, yeah.
Fucking working for an hourly wage as a bricky labourer is not how I was looking around at the other guys on site going, there is something that we've been fucking lied to about. This is not living.
Hey, Jordan, do you mind if Dave jumps out and just kind of says his experience, what he has, working side by side with me over the last 7-8 months, getting off the tools. So Dave was a carpenter by trade, slogging it out there. Then obviously, if you don't know who David Nigbio is, he's probably one of the biggest freedom fighters here in Australia. He helped out with the Lismore floods, and he is, he just tells it the way that it is. And Dave.
Also, we need bricklayers, and bricklayers need like assistants, trades assistants. Like a TA is a really important job, and we need them. And because we need houses and furniture and stuff like that, you know? So yeah, like, is it a hard job? Yep. But we need some people to do hard jobs. Like we can't just not have them.
Linking arms with me for the last 7-8 months, been able to take his journey, his health journey to a whole new level, and also his income. He doesn't have to go back on the tools. So do you mind if Dave jumps out and just says a quick 5 minutes?
Absolutely.
Jumps
Go for
out.
gold, brother.
Yeah, good call. Great to hear you speak, Jordan. Enjoying it, man. And oh look, fellas, far out. If you're on this call, I can't even possibly overstate the importance of this call. If the fucking penny drops for every man on this call right now, in 12 months' time, you will not fucking recognise your life. I was fucked. I was completely burnt out. I had been freedom fighting, hardcore anti-government activist, hardcore anti-mandate, anti-jab, had my bank accounts frozen, heavily trolled, mainstream media targeted me, completely screwed. I was selling t-shirts just to pay the bills, lost my job pre-COVID because I refused to participate in any of that bullshit. And
Sounds like a really great guy. Yeah? Because you see, I'm not pro the government. Obviously, we're participating in a genocide. I fucking hate our government at the moment. But I do trust science because it's not partisan. Like it doesn't have a side. Science's side is the truth. Okay, and I trust that. This fucking idiot is a conspiracy nut. Okay? Oh, really? Were all those things happening to you? Because all of those things are dangerous to the rest of us. Okay? You not getting the jab and the many other people meant that we were more at risk of transferring a very dangerous disease. All right? Fuck you. Oh, I'm trolled online because you deserve it.
I ran out of t-shirt sales, went back on the tools for $50 an hour cash. At 49 years of age, doing hard labour, putting up frames, demolition. Body was fucked. I was like, fuck this. I've got to do something. And I reached out to Dan. And I said, Dan, what's the go here? And I spent, honestly, guys, I spent almost 18 months prior to that looking at this. Sitting on the fence, reading the good reviews, the bad reviews, and doing my own head in. Until Dan just said, mate, just fucking drink the water, bro. He said, drink the water, and if you don't like it, I'll buy the machine back off you. And I said, well, that's a fair enough deal. First couple of weeks, my body...
He bought it. And this is somebody who's like, oh, I'm very particular about what I put into my body. Well...
He went into a pretty intense detox. Probably the first time I'd ever been hydrated, and the toxins left my body. I had a whole bunch of flu-like symptoms. But within 3 weeks, 70...
Flu-like symptoms, you say? For somebody who didn't have the COVID jab, okay.
80% of the inflammation left my body. I was like, okay.
How do you know that? How did you measure that? What did you measure that with? The last video I had, somebody was talking about how I didn't have inflammation anymore. What the fuck? How do you measure inflammation?
Now I got it. Now I get it. Now I know why this is the most popular water machine on the planet. Why?
Yeah, because it's the only one that's kind of like this, right? And it's an MLM.
Company's been going for 50 years word of mouth. So then since then I looked at the numbers in the back office today. I've made 180k Aussie in the last 9 months. I got paid 7k this week. Fucking 7k. Do you know how many fucking hours at $50 an hour is an old chippy I have to do? Do I hit that sort of money?
And I'm getting goosebumps right now because we sat on a call last night with a documentary filmmaker who's going to help us make a film about this, about helping men get the brothers back together, get them off the tools, get them out of the pubs, get them fit as fuck. Like Jordan said, turn into fucking savages again.
You're not savages. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? This is... It's a cult, but it's like a dangerous cult. If these are left to their own devices, this becomes a militia, you know? Like, this is concerning, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's all my opinion.
But cashed up, but honourable. You know, I locked arms with Dan because of his.
Yeah, honourable. Would it be good if you honoured everybody else by not like trying to make everybody sick by not having your vaccines? That's honourable, you know?
Core values, because I'm sick of this world of these rich motherfuckers who want to destroy the place while they make money.
Yeah, do you know the person who owns your fucking company that you're with? Rich motherfucker. People at the top of MLMs, rich motherfuckers.
Where this is the opposite. We make money and we tidy up. We clean up after all these dirtbags who've been destroying the place and ripping off the world. You know?
Ah. Hey, we got a laugh out of it. You're scammers.
And that's what I want. I want to be associated with honourable men of core values, men who can do business on a handshake for life.
Yeah, why don't you start an actual business? Oh, Jordan already did start 2 businesses. He started a gym and then he started coaching. And then he went to an MLM and took a pay cut because he's honourable. Yeah. Okay.
You know, Dan has helped me every single day that I've messaged him. I said, Dan, I need help on a call. He's been there. Do you think I know the comp plan yet? Haven't got a clue. But I still made 180K.
Yeah. Yeah. Just proves that like this is not a skill. Selling this business is not a skill. Like everybody, they just keep proving it over and over. You don't need skills to do this because it's a fucking scam.
Right? And I just want you guys to know you are in the most remarkable position of your lives right now. We'll bring on 100,000 men in the next 6 months. I've got no doubt. Because they want out. They're done with the old system. 4 hours in traffic a day, hard labour.
4 hours in traffic? What the fuck? Who's in 4 hours of traffic? And again, that's great that you don't want that you want people to not be working. But we need like houses. We need food. So we need farmers. You know, like we need things. You can't get rid of everything.
Some blokes like it, and they can have it. But for me, I want to go surfing. I want to do pull-ups. I want to egg steak. I want to spend time with my partner.
What the fuck? What's the pull-ups? Weird.
I want to live life on my terms, and I certainly don't want to be bullied by the establishment ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, life is so tough for a white man. Again, privilege. I want to go surfing, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I'm going to do it because I'm a fucking white man, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Government isn't even going to tell me what to do.
Again, you know. So I just congratulate you guys for putting the time aside, and you know, Jordan, he's frothing on this for a reason, you know. And whatever doubt you may have, remember how heavy the programming they've done on us is. They got us from about the age of 4 when they plugged us into the Matrix. You get to school on time, you get a
The Matrix was a movie, dickhead. It's not real life. And I would say that education actually is a good. Just say.
little break, you go back to your desk, you get told what to think, you get a little break again, you go back to your desk and they send you home and rinse and repeat. And that deal's over, boys. So that's my 2 cents worth. And I just say, like, I'm just so you know, I'm not financially related to this network with Jordan at all whatsoever. But I'm definitely connected to the energy and the vision and the frequency of this. So yeah, I'm fired up, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. And that's what this is. It's a blue ocean mentality. If you can help someone win, you help someone win. And that's what I think business is about.
Yeah, but not everybody wins. That's the problem. Okay. There's always somebody at the bottom of that fucking chain.
If both parties win in the deal and then both collectively win together, that's a good business. And that's what we're in here. You got the most incredible health product. the most valuable resource to the human being at the top peak. Then you've got the ability to create a business, which creates freedom.
You've got the most healthy product at the top peak. This is almost like listening to Donald Trump say things, you know? Like, this is not what?
And you've got the brotherhood. That's a win-win-win for me.
Cult.
I don't know about you guys, but that's the best opportunity that I've seen in my entire life. That's why I'm so fucking frothing on this, is because I like,
Yeah, you sound
and,
like
and you can feel it once every day you're going to wake up like a fully charged battery ready to blow up with energy. You know, you are roaring at the bit to get this going. And so if you can feel that energy and you're like, you know what, I'm fucking done with kicking the can and feeling like there's no solution. This solution is sitting on your doorstep. All you got to do is open the door and welcome it in. So, brothers, I'm frothing. I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight because I'm going to have to go and journal. I can just blitz apart a piece of paper with my thoughts so I can actually sleep, which I do often. That's a good hack. If you can't get to sleep, hit pen to paper and just journal your thoughts and you'll sleep like a baby.
Yeah, I'll take melatonin, thanks.
But fellas, I'm putting it out to you. If you do have any questions, if you do have any thoughts or something you want to run over, you send me a message. Don't let this opportunity slip. DM me on Instagram. We'll connect up either with Dan, myself, Bays. We'll just give you guys as much as we can. And then the ball's in your court. You know, you can either in 5 years go, fuck, that call changed my life. Or you can go, fuck, I should have taken a chance at it back then because I'm 5 years down the track and I'm in no better position. So if you link arms with us, we're taking you to the top. We're doing everything in our power to make you win because that's what we're passionate about.
Because you win.
That's what I want. I can't wait for you to send me the message. Hey, brother, I don't have to go to work anymore. I can hang out with the kids. Hey, brother, how good is this? We're going to fucking go and travel Europe and work from the laptops. How fucking good
Same
is that?
story. Yeah, great.
That's what I'm about here, boys. And it's
a
not just about the
fucking-
wealth thing.
It's fiction at this point in time.
It is the health. We're going to also maximize the shit out of your gut health. Get you jacked, get you firing with energy, get you on purpose.
Only to die of a easily fucking, like, spreadable disease because you won't get a fucking jibby jab.
So the choice is up to you. We've laid down the solution and the pathway. It's whether you're willing to walk the walk. So thank you very much, fellas. And let's fucking go. Dan,
Let's go.
thank you, mate. Bays, thank you. Brothers, thanks for being on the call.
Pleasure, brother.
Game on, boys. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, legends. Thanks,
Thanks, everyone.
It's the
Thank
same
you,
I'll be
Dave.
on Telegram. See you, fellas.
Yeah, let's go.
Hurry out. Wipe it out.
Yeah, he's well known on Telegram. Well, that was fucking terrible. Long. My God, this is going to be one of my longest videos ever, I think. Oh my God, it's midnight. Just the level of manipulation and, you know, like the culty vibes, yeah, he did find this model and he's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I can do this. I can scam people for sure, you know? And having, it's like that apex predator thing. He can see the vision and he can see the victims and he knows exactly how he's going to get them in. And that's, like, these people might make some money to start with, but it will not last. And then all the other shit, we've got conspiracy theories, fucking anti-vax crap. It's a whole lot of trouble. And, you know, just knowing that they are mixed in with that last dude, Dave Enagic. Dangerous. That's a dangerous circle. You know? And the way you were saying, Jordan, I'm so fired up. I'm really fired up. I'm going to have to journal before I go to bed. Yeah, you sound real fired up. All right, I'm going to go because I am tired and men, boo. Like, seriously. That's the other thing too. The amount of privilege. Like, think about anybody else, any other position. If you weren't a white, cis, het man, there's no way that you could do something like this where you'd be like, okay, we're going to do this and the whole family's going to do it, you know? Or, oh, I moved to Townsville and and then I changed careers, like, you know, like just all the change. I was freedom fighting for this long. And it's like, these are not common stories, you know? And people who FIFO, right, fly in, fly out. Do Americans say that? I don't know, fly in, fly out. They get paid really well. You know? That's a sacrifice. So, okay, I'm going to go. Look at my hair. It feels like it's long because it's all up. Yay, finally. All right, have a good one. What are the dogs doing? Someone up there? Oh, it's only Minnie. 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 Oh, I woke her up. Sorry. Run away. Minnie. Minnie. She's with Childs. I saw some Dachshund puppies at the pet store the other day, but they were sleeping and the lady didn't want me to wake them up to give them a pat. That made me very sad. Okay, that's it. Please like and subscribe. I suffered for this one. Okay. Okay, thanks. Bye.